coffee. Missed your train. Don't panic, it's not a disaster. It's a lucky plot twist. We are flipping the script on bad luck today. Let's go! Hey, 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 hey. I woke up early and I ironed out the crease. I put on a dress that was a proper masterpiece. It was bright and it was white and it was looking so clean. The most professional outfit that you ever have seen. I walked into the building with the cup in my hand, ready to be the smartest woman in the land. I was holding my notes and reviewing the speech, feeling like the goal was right inside of my reach. But somebody bumped me right outside of the door. The coffee went flying and spilled on the floor. And right down the middle of my beautiful white, a giant brown stain in the middle of the light. I spilled the coffee on the crisp white dress, but now I don't have to worry about the stress. I made a little joke and the whole room roared. The absolute best speech that I ever scored. Bad luck, real luck, driving the confident and happy truck. Oh yeah, the old me would've cried and run into the stall and totally refused to give the speech at all. I would've felt embarrassed and completely undone and ruined the morning before it had begun. But I took a deep breath and I walked on the stage. I didn't try to hide it like a bird in a cage. I pointed at the spot and I grabbed the microphone, standing so proud in the professional zone. I said, I brought a visual to show you today. A giant coffee stain to chase the boring away. The crowd started clapping and the tension was broke. I delivered the presentation following the joke. I spilled the coffee on the crisp white dress, but now I don't have to worry about the stress. I made a little joke and the whole room roared. The absolute best speech that I ever scored. Bad luck, real luck, driving the confident and happy truck. Oh yeah, perfection's scary and perfection is cold. It makes a regular person feel incredibly old. But showing your mistakes makes you wonderfully real. It gives you a giant and a human appeal. They listened to my words and they nodded their head. They remembered every single little thing that I said. The coffee was a secret and a lucky little trick, making the message incredibly stick. The meeting was over and the boss shook my hand. He said it was the finest presentation in the land. I looked at my dress and I gave it a pat. I am a lot tougher and smarter than that. We think a little mess is the end of the world, a tiny little problem that is suddenly hurled. But sometimes the universe is setting a trap to drop the best luck right inside of your lap. I'm warming up the legs and I'm warming up the arms, using all of my relatable and wonderful charms. I'm walking to the rhythm of the coffee stain beat, the absolute coolest woman on the busy street. So don't ever panic when the water spills out. Just open up the mouth and give a confident shout. The lucky plot twist is a beautiful thing. It makes the heavy heart start to suddenly ring. I spilled the coffee on the crisp white dress, but now I don't have to worry about the stress. I made a little joke and the whole room roared. The absolute best speech that I ever scored. Bad luck, real luck, driving the confident and happy truck. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, the morning was a disaster right from the start. I couldn't find the keys to the grocery cart. I looked in the kitchen and I looked in the hall. They were hiding in the corner right behind the wall. I finally ran out to the elevator door and pressed the heavy button for the lobby floor. But it stopped in the middle and it made a loud clank. I was depositing my patience in the empty bank. 2 minutes went by and the doors opened up. I spilled a little water from the plastic cup. I ran to the sidewalk and I started to pout. I had a lot of things to be angry about. I dropped the heavy keys and I missed the green light, but the universe is working out exactly right. I missed the giant puddle and the splashing of the bus. I'm stopping all the panic and the heavy little fuss. Dopamine steps, safe and dry, waving the horrible disaster goodbye. Real luck, real luck. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm stomping on the pavement with a frown on my face. I'm totally losing the imaginary race. I stop at the corner for the crossing to change, feeling incredibly angry and strange. But then a giant bus came zooming down the street. It was moving very fast on its heavy rubber feet. It hit a massive pothole full of muddy old rain and sent a giant wave right into my lane. It splashed the exact spot where I would have been if I had cut the elevator or the traffic green. I looked at my dry shoes and my perfectly dry coat. I am the luckiest captain in the wooden boat. I am the luckiest captain in the wooden boat. I dropped the heavy keys and I missed the green light, but the universe is working out exactly right. I missed the giant puddle and the splashing of the bus. I'm stopping all the panic and the heavy little fuss. Dopamine steps, safe and dry, waving the horrible disaster goodbye. Real luck, real luck. Huh, huh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ha, ha. The timing of the world is a wonderful clock. I'm taking my dopamine steps down the block. The things that we hate and the things that delay are actually protecting us every single day. If you get a flat tire or you trip on a shoe, just think about the trouble that is missing you. You avoided a problem that you didn't even see by being exactly where you needed to be. The frustration is melting right away from my chest. I'm feeling incredibly and totally blessed. The steady walking strut is a confident stride. I'm taking the beautiful and wonderful ride. I laugh at the bus as it drives far away. I'm having a magnificent and positive day. The red light was a friend and the elevator too. They knew exactly what they needed to do. So swing the two arms and smile at the sky and wave the heavy irritation totally goodbye. The plot twist is sneaky and the plot twist is smart. It puts a lot of happiness right into the heart. The steady is strong and the posture is tall. I didn't let the morning absolutely ruin all. I'm perfect, safe, and I'm perfectly fine. I'm walking on the very lucky side of the line. I dropped the heavy keys and I missed the green light, but the universe is working out exactly right. I missed the giant puddle and the splashing of the bus. I'm stopping all the panic and the heavy little fuss. Dopamine steps, safe and dry, waving the horrible disaster goodbye. Real luck. Huh. Hey. I wanted to make a perfect breakfast today. Put the bread in the slot in a wonderful way. I cracked a couple eggs and I poured the orange juice. The morning was totally and happily loose. But then I turned my back to wash a dirty plate, and suddenly the toaster had a terrible fate. A cloud of black smoke started filling up the room. A sudden little sprinkle of the breakfast doom. The smoke alarm screamed with a terrible sound. My partner came running from the background. He looked at the toaster and he looked at the bread. The anger was building right inside of his head. The toast is turning black and the smoke is in the air, but we just laughing in the kitchen chair. Throw it in the garbage, grab a heavy coat. We are going out to eat and keeping love afloat. Dopamine steps out the door. We are laughing like we never did before. Pancakes, huh, pancakes, huh, huh, yeah. A lot of people fight when the breakfast is burned, but that is a lesson that I already learned. A fight over bread is a terrible waste. It leaves a really bitter and a horrible taste. I looked at his face and he looked right at mine. I started to giggle and I started to shine. The argument vanished and the tension was broke. We started to cough from the terrible smoke. I opened up the window and I grabbed him by the hand. I said this wasn't exactly what I initially planned, but I know a little diner at the end of the street. Let's go and get a wonderful and beautiful treat. The toast is turning black and the smoke is in the air, but we just laughing in the kitchen chair. Throw it in the garbage, grab a heavy coat. We are going out to eat and keeping love afloat. Dopamine steps out the door. We are laughing like we never did before. Pancakes, pancakes. is peaking and the tempo is high. We are totally leaving the disaster to die. We sit in the booth and we order the food in a perfectly fabulous and wonderful mood. The waitress brings a stack of the fluffy hot cakes, the best kind of morning that a person ever makes. If I hadn't ruined the breakfast at home, we never would have had the happy reason to roam. We never would have sat in the booth by the glass and watched all the morning traffic happily pass. The burnt piece of toast was a lucky little sign, a perfectly wonderful and lucky design. It forced us to drop the predictable plan and be the most spontaneous woman and man. The heart is beating fast and the legs are so strong. We are singing the absolute peak of the song. The bad luck is canceled, the bad luck is gone. We are walking right over the bright green lawn. So next time you ruin a meal in the pan, just laugh out loud and do the best that you can. Turn it into an adventure and a beautiful date, and celebrate the lucky and the magical fate. The toast is turning black and the smoke is in the air. We're just laughing in the kitchen chair. Throw it in the garbage, grab a heavy coat. We are going out to eat and keeping love afloat. Dopamine steps out the door. We are laughing like we never did before. Pancakes. Ah, oh, 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 oh. I ran through the station with the bag on my back. I looked at the clock and I looked at the track. I heard the loud whistle and the closing of the door. I dropped my heavy luggage right onto the floor. The train was pulling out and leaving me behind. I had a very angry and a negative mind. I sat on the bench and I let out a sigh. I watched the opportunity completely pass by. I thought it was a tragedy, I thought it was the end. I took out my phone to text a message to a friend, but right at that moment a shadow crossed the seat. A person was standing right in front of my feet. I missed the boarding pass and I missed the heavy train. I'm sitting on the bench in the middle of the rain, but I bumped into a friend that I haven't seen in years. Wiping out the worry and wiping out the tears. Lucky detour, change of plan. I'm the luckiest woman in the span. Oh, 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 oh. I looked at the face and I couldn't believe I'd tugged on the fabric of her wintry sleeve. It was my old roommate from 20 years ago, standing in the middle of the station depot. If I got the train and if I made it on time, I never would experience this beautiful rhyme. I never would have seen her and caught up on the past. The universe is beautiful, incredibly vast. We went to the cafe and ordered a tea and talked about the people that we wanted to be. We laughed for 2 hours in the corner of the shop. The happy conversation wasn't ever gonna stop. I missed the boarding pass and I missed the heavy train. I'm sitting on the bench in the middle of the rain, but I bumped into a friend that I haven't seen in years. Wiping out the worry and wiping out the tears. Lucky detour, change of plan. I'm the luckiest woman in the span. Oh, 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 oh. The breathing is slow and the heart is so calm. The tea is acting like a comforting balm. I missed my appointment, but I gained a whole lot. I'm perfectly happy in the current little spot. When a door closes fast and locks with a key, it means there's something much better to see. A window is opening wide on the right, revealing a beautiful and wonderful light. The bad luck is often a beautiful mask. It handles the hardest and the heaviest task. It stops you from going the wrong kind of way and hands you a magical and beautiful day. I missed the boarding pass and I missed the heavy train. I'm sitting on the bench in the middle of the rain, but I bumped into a friend that I haven't seen in years. Wiping out the worry and wiping out the tears. Lucky detour, change of plan. I'm the luckiest woman in the span. Ooh, 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 ooh. So cool down the muscles and cool down the feet. The lesson we learned is incredibly sweet. You cannot control every single event. Just look at the message the universe sent. I'm stretching my arms and I'm rolling my neck. I'm sweeping the worry right off of the deck. I caught the next train and I went on my trip with a beautiful smile sitting right on the lip. The lucky plot twist is a beautiful guide, enjoying the bumps on the passenger ride. We finished the workout and finished the walk with a whole lot of wonderful stories to talk. I missed the boarding pass and I missed the heavy train. I'm sitting on the bench in the middle of the rain, but I bumped into a friend that I haven't seen in years. Wiping out the worry and wiping out the tears. Lucky detour, change of plan. I'm the luckiest woman in the span. Oh, 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 oh. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. No mistakes, just plot twists. See you next time. Oh, oh.